Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Sam, since the session ended, we haven't had a chance to talk to Bernie Anderson, chairman of the Assembly Judiciary and a Democrat. We'll do that this morning. Is he or isn't he going to run again? And what about Nevada State Fair? I hear that there are some other counties that are trying to take it away from us. We'll talk to Mike Clements, CEO of the Nevada State Fair, and find out just what's going on. Sam?
Thanks, Andy. And the fireworks will continue with George Peak, Jason Geddes, and Ray Bacon. It's all coming up next on the all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Catch us straight, dine at 8. Lucky you. Lucky you. Dance till 1, have some fun. Lucky you. Lucky you. Taste the shrimp, have a sip, try the pool. Play it cool. At the Sienna Hotel Spa Casino. Lucky you.
The biggest risk your company can take.
Well, Barbara, you did very well on your interview.
Hiring employees can help your business get to the next level.
And your resume looks outstanding.
And it can also expose you to corporate crimes and costly lawsuits that can bring your company to its knees.
So, we'd like to offer you a position.
Before you hire another employee, hire the professionals at Employer Links. Call today to get our free CD-ROM, the top 8 risks of hiring employees.
If you own a business and want to maximize your company's potential, join the Retail Association of Nevada. Our membership benefits include the Nevada Retail Network Self-Insured Group, providing workers' compensation coverage that can lower your rates. That savings can go directly to your bottom line. We are an effective pro-business organization that lobbies on behalf of our business members. The Retail Association of Nevada, protecting Nevada businesses for 35 years. Call 882-1700 to see what we can do for your organization.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad, political analyst Ande Engleman on No Holds Barred Political Forum. Now, from the News 4 Broadcast Center, here's Sam Shad.
Welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. We're joined by Bernie Anderson, who's the chairman of the Assembly Judiciary Committee, and we have lots of questions for him. Welcome back, Bernie.
Bernie, good to see you. We haven't seen you since the session ended.
It's always good seeing the two of you. I look forward to mornings with you.
Well, we appreciate that. Let's start out with the governor's interview with Ray Hager of the Gazette-Journal, where he says he's not going to raise taxes at the next session, and yet it's been already stated that we will need at least $200 million just to keep even. What's going to happen? We're going to slash the budgets again? Cut services?
I presume that the governor says that he's not going to recommend it. Doesn't mean that the legislators themselves aren't going to be looking at ways of straightening out the legislation that was done, and where we can come up with a better system to relieve and keep the tax burden at a equal level.
So you mean that he was playing politics with that statement?
The governor is an elected representative, and politics is the name of the game.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
There is talk, Bernie, that they're going to have to bring a 20-page bill to correct the tax bill that was passed this time, done in haste. And so do you think that taxes will probably simultaneously be raised, figuring as long as we're in here dicking around with this, we can go ahead and...
I'm positive that we're going to have to re-examine the various elements of this legislation in terms of when it was going to come in, the timeline, and that there were several other aspects of it that neither the Democrats nor the Republicans were happy with. So, yes.
All right, I asked Sheila this question. I'm going to ask you this question too. Looking back over the last 3 sessions, 2 special and 1 regular, if you had something to do over again differently, what would it be?
Go on vacation during the legislature and outrun?
Boy, you know, quite frankly, I'm not sure that we could have done many things differently than we did. Sheila was in Ways and Means Committee, and she may have seen some things there that we wouldn't have seen. But in taxation, where I was, I felt that we had approached it fairly. We had all the cards on the table. No one was trying to play any games, and maybe we should have come up with more realistic numbers early rather than rely so much on the governor's task force to come up with all the answers.
Well, let me ask you this. The governor says he's holding out an olive branch to Republicans. He's trying to repair things within the Republican Party. What about the relationship between the Democrats and the Republicans in the Assembly?
Well, the special sessions has truly hurt the Nevada legislature, I think, forever, in a very meaningful way. If the committee system itself is to work, it has to work upon the idea that both sides are trying to solve a common problem, and that's what the committee system is all about. I think that's the great problem that we're going to have is, do you believe in the committee system or not? And it's going to really require a real leap of faith after this.
Well, what's the alternative, Bernie?
For a legislative body, there isn't any. But there really, you go down there, you go down there to solve a problem, and you believe that the other person wants to solve a problem too. That that is such a difficult thing that the committee isn't going to work. You can't just come to the end of the whole thing and say, I don't want to play.
Well, that was the way it ended up this last time. Are you going to run for re-election?
You know, at the end of each one of my campaigns, I have always entered each legislative session with the view that I was not going to run for re-election. And I've always felt that I should do that because it left me with the greatest amount of freedom, not having to be beholden to somebody, except for the people who elected me. And then I don't make a decision to run again until usually December or January of that. I'm probably closer to a view that I should run again because I don't like leaving under fire. On the other hand, it's going to be very, very difficult to, my doctor and I are having discussions about this right now. As a matter of fact, I'm under a doctor's care that it may not be in my best health interest to be there.
We would lose a great legislator. Thank you so much for being here, Bernie Anderson. We'll have you back again. Back on Nevada Newsmakers after this timeout.
Interest rates remain at all-time historic lows. Now's a great time to purchase or refinance in the Northern Nevada area. Hi, I'm Valerie Hedlund, Operations Manager of CTX Mortgage. We pride ourselves in giving face-to-face service, local processing, local underwriting, immediate loan approvals in a private and professional office setting. We at CTX choose to do business differently. This is our local team of processors and operations staff that are dedicated to providing you the highest level of service. Please call any of the loan officers on our CTX team.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at DeAndrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South DeAndrea Parkway in Sparks.
Welcome to Sushi Club, best sushi in town. The Sushi Club in Independence Square used the best quality products. The sushi is dynamite, and the service is just wonderful.
The Sushi Club is bigger and better. We have 11 sushi chefs on staff, and the service is great.
All your friends will tell you that Sushi Club is the best place for the best sushi.
Come join us for lunch or dinner.
The Sushi Club, 294 East Moana Lane in the Independence Square.
Now that's great sushi.
If you love good food and you like good wine and all in a beautiful setting, we've got the perfect evening for you.
The Event Center at Red Hawk, Michael Mondavi Wine Dinner, Chef Ken and his fabulous food, 4 courses paired with Michael Mondavi wines. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh, it sounds perfect, Al. It's all coming up on September 18th right here at Red Hawk. Make sure you call early to get your reservation in. It's going to be an evening not to be missed.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
Mike Clements is the new CEO for the Nevada State Fair. We welcome him to the program. And let's start out with rumors that the other places are after our state fair to move it from Reno.
Well, you know how rumors are in life. I feel that Reno is the place to have the state fair. This is the 129th year. It originally started at different places from Elko to Winnemucca and Las Vegas, but Carson wants it. But let's keep it right here. Let's start making an event that's another event such as the air races and the balloon races.
Well, Carson is the capital of the state. Why would it not be appropriate to have the state fair there?
A variety of reasons. Tradition again. Fairs are a tradition, and we've got to make them a tradition, and Reno is where it's been for the numerous years. Let's keep it here. Let's focus on driving it here and making it a major event.
Okay, now you say make it a major event. What would you do? Now you've looked at it for the last few months here. What would you do to make this a bigger event?
You mean what we're doing now?
What you're doing now and what you'd like to have.
We're focusing on change, making things safe. The Washoe County Sheriff's Department, Doug Geddes, has done a great job, and Chris Megenheimer, 2 board members. One's with Washoe County, and he's a captain. We've focused on the safety, making it a family event, and fairs are a family event from every age group, from seniors clear to kids.
Well, what's going to make the fair better this year than it was last year?
All right, let's go for it. We've got a brand new carnival.
And by the way, the fair is August 20th to the 24th.
Correct. We've got a new carnival. We're laying it out differently. We've got a new food concessionaire, JP with Pinocchios. His family is
okay,
phenomenal.
I'm coming. If you got JP, I'm coming.
Well, you know,
that's a big deal.
We've changed advertising agencies. We've got Minor Advertising.
Another great
we've got
company.
Steve Schroeder helping us, and it's amazing. These are individuals that have been successful with other events, and being a new guy, I watched. And I want to put a team together and get the Super Bowl ring again, you know. That's the key. Put a team together. We've got grandstands events. We've got a free show on Wednesday. Model Dairy and Northern Nevada Dairymen said, hey, we'll help you out. We'll make it a free admission. We want people to see that there is change at the Nevada State Fair.
One thing I've noticed, and talking with business people and certainly broadcasters, is that everybody seems to want to pitch in to help right now.
It's amazing, you know. Here's an example. Our commercial vendors were short $15,000 2 weeks ago. We hit it yesterday, and that's Sunday. Staff has done a phenomenal job. I'm very proud of them. The board of directors have worked hard. This is an event like a lot of them. They wait, you promote it, but by next year, they don't know what's going to hit them. Grandstand shows, we've got a free grandstand show on Wednesday night, which is a motocross show put on by Road Shows, and that's brought to you by the Fair Board. Friday is an all-bull ride. It's the best of the Canadians against the best of the USA. These are the top riders in the nation. Saturday night, Tamarack Junction is their Destruction Derby. That's last year when I came in thrown into the line.
Is Casey actually driving in that thing?
Casey, no, but he'll be right in the front row, I'll guarantee you.
I guarantee that too.
And then Sunday we got a Fake Fest that is a concert that is a tribute show to ZZ Top, Tom Petty, Creedence Clearwater, a fun atmosphere day.
And that's KZZ and Lotus are helping out with that, right?
And what time does the fair open each day?
On Wednesday it's 5 o'clock. We've got both mayors going to be there for a ribbon cutting ceremony, and then the rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is at noon.
At noon.
Okay, Mike, if enthusiasm sells tickets, you're going to sell a lot of tickets. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Nevada Newsmakers after this time out.
Before you head to Carson, take care of yourself with a visit to Tamarack Junction. Catch a hot cup of coffee and the morning news on one of our 32 TVs and enjoy the best food in South Reno. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Today's lesson, another reason to take the Gold Rush Club Card Challenge. With the Gold Rush card, you really have 3 cards in one. Use your cash back. You still keep your comps and drawing tickets. Use your comps. You still keep your cash and drawing tickets. And with your drawing tickets, you could win thousands in cold hard cash every week and still keep your cash back and comps. Does your club add up? Graduate to the Gold Rush Players Club. It's the smart thing to do. The Gold Dust West, south on Keystone, east on 4th.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Make your daily commute easy with breakfast or lunch at the Tamarack Junction. Enjoy daily specials, super fast service, and South Reno's freshest morning meals. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
We're back on the pundit panel. As you can tell, we've already started. Jason Geddes, Assemblyman, thank you for being here. George Peak, Realtor. Ray Bacon with the Manufacturers Association, and Harry York with the Chamber of Commerce. All right, we got a lot going on. First of all, I want to talk about an ad that's running over in California, full-page ad in the California newspapers. I think that we have a copy of it there. And it's called Stop, You're Out of Work, that Economic Development's doing. They're putting on a big push. Are you all aware of this?
Yes. Well aware of it. Yes.
Will it work? Jump in here, guys.
Well, I talked with Bob Schreiber on Friday. They are getting a lot of play on the thing. They are getting a lot of responses to the thing. It remains to be seen whether it'll just bring more vendor kickers or whether it'll bring real businesses here. The problems in California are serious, but you know, I go back to the attack on Pearl Harbor when whatever the Japanese admiral was. I hope we haven't just awoken the sleeping giant. They get more horsepower than we do, and if they get their act together and come back after us, we could be sorry.
But we only need a little piece of that. For years, I've said you should put on billboards. You know, you could be home by now, and put Nevada on there.
They're coming from the real estate industry, watching the new home production. I mean, you're out 4 or 5 months for a new home. I believe it's going to continue, and I believe the time's ripe for all of that. The ads and everything, I believe they'll work.
And they're all coming from California, those people moving.
Yeah.
Do we want all these people here? Can we afford the water for all these people here? George, where do we stand with water? We're going to see hikes in water and transfers?
The issue is not really how much water there is. The issue is who owns it. And I believe that, you know, I always use the phrase, you know, bring the resource to where you're going to use it, and the best example of that is bringing oil to the U.S. There's water out there, and it can come from a number of places, and I believe it will.
I don't think it's going to limit us. We're going to continue to grow and continue to move forward. The cost of water will go up, and it may be the limiting resource, but as we hit that limit, we'll continue to find ways to produce it, to import it. As I was telling George before the show, we have a pipeline that takes refined gasoline from the Bay Area all the way up into Reno, and that's our whole source of gasoline. We could have a similar pipeline that does it for water off of desalinization plants. I mean, they're rather expensive right now, but eventually we will get there when the price of water continues to go up.
What about Honey Lake?
It's another viable option. As the price goes up, it becomes an option, and as long as the environmental impact statements are done appropriately, and we have a true assessment of the water resources up there, and it can come here, it'll be an issue that we will have to look at and address.
But can we afford it? The price is going up. I mean, particularly since government took it over.
I'm staying right in the middle of the Honey Lake issue, and the price is affordable. you know, based on the fact that that we have to pay a surcharge to bring Truckee Meadows water out there now. So it's an equivalent type of price now, and it's just a matter of getting through the environmental impact statements, which are underway right now.
But look at the other end of the state. It doesn't matter what the price is to displace California's water rights for what comes out of the Lake Mead and things like that. Southern Nevada is willing to pay that price, whatever it is. And so consequently, you know, price is a function of it's going to affect the cost of housing, it's going to affect the cost of living here, but the reality is, at the rate people are coming, it's going to happen.
So we are continuing to grow despite the legislative session.
Yes. Yes, we are. And in addition, I mean, the Water Authority and the county have done a lot in reclamation conservation techniques, but we have a long ways we can go still. I mean, the majority of the water is still going onto lawns in people's yard. And if we just cut the lawns down 50%, we would have water to grow for another 20, 30 years easy. There's a lot of conservation techniques, and there's a lot of change. And we just have to decide how we want to grow. I don't think we should limit growth whatsoever.
But some people don't want to cut down the size of their lawn just so somebody new can move in. They figure they've got their house, they're happy with it. Why should they cut back on theirs so that somebody else can come
As long
in?
as they're willing to pay for it, there's not a problem.
They don't need to, as long as they're willing to pay for it, as soon as we get everybody on meters. And that's the, you know, the first conservation measure that has to be finally implemented.
Is getting everybody on
Yes,
meters.
yes.
And that's going to be about as popular as
Tumwa's guts to do it.
It may make the tax issue look a little better.
Well, there's other water out there too. I think actually there's more spent on alfalfa and melons than there is on lawns.
Oh, interesting. Okay, let's get to politics now here briefly. Education, you saw a press release I got earlier today that the Teachers Association down in Pahrump is picketing a poor legislator down there on his job because the schools aren't opening in Nye County. Also this week, the president of the NSEA ran an op-ed in the Las Vegas Sun that said, we need to fund education. It just seems like no matter how much money we give to education, it's never enough, and there's never say thank you, and it's always, we want more.
It's a bottomless pit, and we really, if you dissect it, the accountability improvements that we got this time were all related to the federal thing. There is absolutely, we did not get any increase in accountability.
I would disagree with that. We got the K-12 audit in Washoe and Clark County that goes through the system, and I mean, you shrug your shoulders, but it's something we can build on. We can define that audit, we can go through with the legislative intent, and we can move forward. There is an issue, though. I mean, they're always asking for money, and they're going to continue to ask for money. That's the NSEA's job, is to ask for money. But the question is how much of that accountability can we put forward? And one thing we dealt with as the legislature, as you know, is the fact that there's another elected body who's in charge of their budget. The people go out, they elect school boards. We have 17 different school boards in the state, and they elect people to decide how the schools are going to be run. What we can do at the state level is somewhat limited by stepping into local authority. Local school board.
Let me cite an example. We had somebody in our office last week from the New Jersey State Chamber of Commerce. She said they spend $12,500 per kid. I would put our kids in Washoe County up against their kids. Money does not answer all the problems.
Absolutely.
No.
Well,
we're at $4,500.
Yeah. One of the things which we've got to address is it always makes a great soundbite and things like that to say kids don't have books and that's why we need more spending. The reality of the situation is at some point in time the legislature's got to step up and address NRS 288, which fundamentally says everything's on the table to be bargained away. That's why we have a relatively low spending level and a very high level on teacher salaries. It's all going into teacher salaries, okay? We didn't need the $2,000 bonus program.
In Washoe County, they fully funded sports, but they cut textbooks. Does this make sense?
It's nuts. It's nuts.
No. Makes no sense.
We didn't need to have a bonus program this year when they're laying off teachers in every other state around us. I'm sorry. We could have hired teachers without having a bonus program.
Okay.
And I want to add just on the Rod Shear issue, I think that's highly inappropriate. I mean, Rod is a true friend of education and a true believer of education, and if you've ever sat down with Rod and talked to him in depth, he loves it. He was recruited.
And this is the Assemblyman that in Pahrump is being picketed today.
Yes, and he had sat down to run for school board. He has kids in the school district down there in Nye County, and he didn't like what was going on in Nye County, and he was going to run for school board and deal with the issues there, and people talked him into going at the state level and having an effect there. Rod is a true believer in education, and he works very hard for it. He had no problems funding the education requests at the levels that were there. It was the other issues he had a problem with. And to boycott him because of that is just unfair.
Okay,
I totally agree.
We don't have much time, so I want a prediction from all four of you. Governor said in an interview this weekend in the Reno Gazette-Journal that there will be no new taxes next session, but we know we're starting with the deficit real quick. Harry, will we see new taxes next session?
I don't think we're going to need them. We'll have plenty of revenue.
I think we're going to have to do massive fixes to what we've got.
I don't think it's going to be tampered with very much.
No new ones. We'll just fix what we did this time.
You mean you're just going to raise the ones we have?
No. We're going to balance it with what we've got.
Okay, we'll be right back in just a minute.
Big Apple Pizza, best pizza in Nevada, take one.
Today we're making homemade meatballs for a meatball parm. You like cheesesteak? I think you're like in South Philly right now. It's the best cheese ever made. Now that's how a Philly cheesesteak's supposed to look.
And here's little Cole.
This is authentic. We'll throw some pepperoni in here. Not gonna be shy about it. Yeah, I bet you guys didn't know I could do that. Don't skimp on the toppings. Authentic as it gets. Big Apple Pizza and Subs on the corner of Bering and McCarran. A New Jersey guy who knows how to make an East Coast pizza.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at D'Andrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South D'Andrea Parkway in Sparks.
It's America's largest historical district, and it's fun for the entire family. Virginia City is where the West comes alive every day, from train rides to gunslingers. Your gang can explore mines and interesting museums, visit historic saloons, and do some great shopping. Virginia City is the ultimate in family entertainment, and it's very affordable. Come up and stay overnight in our hotels, motels, and RV park. Virginia City, the Wild West at its best.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
So no new taxes. We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe a tax isn't always called a tax.
Yeah, you know, Sam, we were going to have a special show today with Scott Craigie, but instead I read the calendar wrong. It's next Monday, but tomorrow we do have a very special show. John Smith from Las Vegas,
who's one of the best writers in the state, will tell you about all the scandals going on down there. You won't want to miss it. We'll see you tomorrow.